Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to jump on here for my live today. Um, Sorry, it's not the best. We're still working on the van. It should be up and running today because it is getting fuel to where it needs to be. The topic, though, today is I left the domestic violence. Now what? I'm out of the relationship. I've left it. Now what do I do? Where do I go now? And that's what I want to talk about today. First, we want to make sure that we are, safe. Safety is, the first thing. And how we can do that to make sure that we're safe, and that we're never going back. That's the first thing that we want to do. Once we have made sure that we're safe and that we're not going to go back into that relationship, then we want to stabilize our environment that we're in. And we can do that. You want to give yourself time to rest and adjust to the new way of life that you are living now once you've left that abuse. And this can last for months, years. I mean, it's different for each person that has went through the abuse. And I'm not sure I really like this filter. Sorry, guys. But yes, it is different for each person to work through that and to actually, have that time to rest and adjust from it. Hello. The third thing you want to do is you want to find a support system. This can be friends, family, a therapist, a life coach, someone who will support you through the changes that you're going through. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to find a community of like-minded people. That could be, a group that's in town, a Facebook group of if I can talk, like-minded women that are going through the same thing. So you can, that have went through what you're going through. So I'm just checking my notes here. So you can share the common experiences with each other. And with the life coach in that group community. You know then that you are not alone in this situation. Because when you go through abuse and domestic violence, you feel like you're isolated, that it's personal, that it's only happening to you. Nobody else knows what you're going through. Nobody else knows that pain. It's degrading. It's humiliating. It's shameful. You don't want nobody to know that, that you're being abused. I remember going into work, hiding the marks on me, hoping that no one would see them. And that was the most humiliating thing, because I knew if, they see those marks, I could lose my job. Nobody wants, somebody in there that's got marks all over them from being abused. So I went through the same thing, and you want to be around people that have went through the same thing so you can talk to them. You can, relate and know that there's relief there, that somebody, has the same, it may not be the same story as you, but they have went through similar situations. The fifth thing you want to do is you want to work through all the traumatic events and really see what truly happened to us, because each time that we go through what could have possibly went, at the time when we're leaving and we're going through all this, we're not thinking of each thing of the abuse that we went through. And each time we reopen that, we open up another chapter of it, like the physical abuse, the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, the spiritual abuse, the financial abuse. There is so many things that go with domestic violence. Like they'll try to keep the funds from you because they don't want you to be able to have a way to get out. You've got that to work through. You've got the spiritual abuse to go through, how they've, worked on you spiritually. And then you've got the emotional. You've got the financial. We talked about the verbal. The verbal abuse is the main one everyone usually talks about. That one and the physical. But you have all these other ones, the mental. I mean, some people even go through the sexual abuse, that is in the relationship. Each event is its own grieving process to recovery. When we start to process this, it's hard at first, but it is what needs to be done to move on in the recovery process. I want to talk about step number 6, and this is where we rewrite your lives and start to stitch up the wounds that we have went through. You have to work through and see that this was not your fault and that he needs to take responsibility for the things that he did to you. This is where you can start changing the limiting beliefs, the mindset, and work on building your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-love for yourself. And you will no longer believe that you are worthless. And as time goes on, you can take pride in your scars as evidence of your strength, determination, and perseverance. And the last step I will talk about is boundaries. Once you've left this abuse and you've worked through everything, and before you enter the next relationship, you want to have those boundaries in place. Once you've healed and then you set these boundaries into place for what is acceptable behavior, for how you will be treated from now on. Once you're in that relationship with somebody else and they've overstepped those boundaries, you want to confront them. You want to let them know, hey, these are my boundaries. You've overstepped them. And if they can't respect that, then it's time to move on. It's important to note that abuse can happen to anyone in any relationship, but it is less likely to happen once we have worked through the recovery process of old limiting beliefs and mindset, and have set clear boundaries, and have self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-love for ourselves. Those are the 7 steps that I have for us today. And I want you all to know that you are loved, you are worthy. I believe in you, but you must believe in yourself. That's where the magic happens. You have to do the work. I can be there to help you. I can be there to coach you. I can be there to hold your hand. I can be there to listen. But unless you're willing to take the steps and to work through it, that's on you. And I believe in you that you can do it. I love you all. You'll have a blessed day.